Happy Thursday morning, another edition of Summer Reading Story. What do we have today? As my music is going in and out. Roberto walks home. Roberto walks home, and yet another Ezra Jack Keats story. I tell you, the surprises just keep on getting bigger. Doesn't this remind you of the stoop of Sesame Street? Yeah, Oscar the Grouch's home in the front stoop where Gordon and Susan and so many of the kids, Maria, they hung out right there. I don't know. I think they borrowed their ideas from Mr. Keats. Well, let's dive in. Roberto is thrilled that his older brother, Miguel, is going to walk home with him from school. I don't want to talk about school yet. We have one more month. But when Miguel forgets and shoots hoops with his friends instead, Roberto has to walk home by himself. How will Miguel make it up to Roberto? Inspired by the works of Ezra Jack Keats and featuring Roberto, the classic character from Dreams, Louie, and Pet Show, this moving story by award-winning Janice N. Harrington. So she wrote this with gorgeous Keatsian, that's what they used to call his type of illustrations, by Jody Wheeler, is sure to win the hearts of Ezra Jack Keats. Oh, so two women collaborated on this, and they were inspired by Ezra Jack Keats, but he did not make these illustrations. It's actually Jody Wheeler. All right, so this is his mentee indirectly. Now, I'm curious to see what year this was produced, 2008. So this is recent because he passed in, I believe, 1981. So this is really a treat, 15 years old. So let's dive in. And it reiterates, story by Janice Harrington, pictures by Jody Wheeler. And we have a mouse. Oh, that's nice. Oh, an object, something that I absolutely adore are school buses and the color of school buses. Oh, it just makes any painting so vibrant. It's the sunshine on wheels. All right, Roberto waited. He watched the other kids going home. He watched the school buses come and go like big yellow caterpillars, but he waited. Oh, look at the sister, look at the lunchbox. I love the scene of schools and families. Look at this. He waved to Amy and her mother. He waved to Susie and his teachers. Aren't you walking home with us? Peter asked. Yes, Peter. No, Roberto said. My brother Miguel is coming. He promised to walk home with me today. We're going to play basketball. Oh. So they didn't want to leave him. They're like, hey, come on. I have a lot of siblings as students, and yeah, you could have that sibling who might not want to spend time with their little brother, or maybe they're ashamed. And then you have the younger sibling who's so proud. Oh, it's just so sweet. Oh, look at him. Oh, look at the bird. Roberto waited. He kicked his foot against the sidewalk. He walked up the steps and down the steps. He ran his fingers over the smooth green leather of the jacket that his brother had given him. So his brother is generous, but his brother might wanted to, hang out with his friends. Roberto waited. Waiting was hot and itchy. Waiting was multiplication tables. Waiting was looking up the street and down the street. Where was Miguel? He's standing his brother up. Oh, he didn't do it intentionally. Uh-oh. He slung the green leather jacket around his shoulders like a cape and started home alone. He walked past the yellow dog that growled "Rawr, rawr," and threw itself at the fence. Oh, I've had those experiences. He walked past the man pushing a grocery cart, helped with plastic bags and dirty clothes. He walked past the long, dark alley, soured with grease and garbage. Roberto pushed his nose against the green jacket. It smelled leathery. It smelled cinnamon, like his brother Miguel. He walked past the park where sometimes Miguel played with him. Roberto heard shouting and laughter. He saw his brother shooting hoops with the other big boys. Sweat dripped from Miguel's face. He was laughing and hooting. His feet moved double quick, step, step, spin, stutter, step, and up into midair like a bird. Miguel sprang and shot the ball. Wham! It rang hard through the rim. A big boy slapped Miguel's hands, but Miguel did not see Roberto. Roberto dropped the green leather jacket by the fence. He didn't want it. Oh, felt rejected. He hurried home and stomped up the stairs and slammed the door hard. Roberto, what's the racket? His abuelo called. Roberto did not answer. He jumped on his brother's bed. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Abuelo, grandfather? Abuela, grandmother, right? He kicked Miguel's pillow on the floor. He knocked down the tower he had built from blocks and pushed his chair. Roberto! Slow down. Sorry, abuelo. Sorry, Roberto called, but he wasn't. He drew pictures of Miguel being chased by a yellow dog and a basketball monster. The dog wanted to bite him. The monster wanted to eat him. Oh my. Help, cried Miguel. Help, Habichuelita. That's what Miguel called Roberto. Little bean. But now it was Miguel who was little. Roberto drew him small, small, small. Oh, you think he was upset? Oh. Roberto stared out his window. The pigeon sat on the fire escape. It bobbed its head and looked at him. It fluttered its wings and flew away. Your little mouse is next to him. Roberto lay on his bed. He closed his eyes and wished that he had wings. He fell asleep. Then something tickled Roberto's back. Something pushed against his shoulders. Wings. Yeah, it pushed against his wings. Roberto spread his wings. He flew out the window and up, up, up into the sky. And sometimes we're going to have to spread our wings. We might have to play alone, right? We might have to be solo. But we don't have to get mad. Maybe someone's busy. Maybe someone can't get away. That's okay. Solitude is a good thing. He flew round and round and up and over and high. He could see a woman walking dogs. He could see the mailman going from door to door, or mail woman. He saw his brother playing basketball far below. Look at him just flying. Miguel shot the basketball and flew up, up, right into Roberto's hands. Roberto laughed. He took the ball and flew away with it. Oh, the big boys shouted and waved their arms. They tried to run after him, but he flew too fast and too high. Habichuelita, Miguel called. Guess that was revenge. But Roberto flew higher. Higher than a hoop. Higher than the roofs and the trees. Higher than his big brother. He wasn't a little brother anymore. He wasn't Habichuelita. He was a bird. Roberto? Habichuelita? Miguel said. Wake up. You want to shoot some hoops with me? Roberto opened his eyes. His brother was standing beside his bed. Roberto slid the covers over his head and turned away. Oh, Habichuelita, Don't be that way, Miguel said. Go away. You're mean. Oh. Roberto could feel his brothers tugging the covers. I'm sorry, Roberto. I'm sorry. Jubilita, I forgot this time. But you promised me, Roberto whispered. We sometimes just forget. It was nice that he said, I'm sorry. It was quiet. His brother didn't say anything. Roberto turned to look, but Miguel had gone. Beside the bed, he saw the green leather jacket, beautiful. And next to it, he saw Miguel's basketball. The basketball was Miguel's favorite thing. Oh, this is so beautiful. It had Miguel's name on it. He never let anyone borrow it. That's when you know they're sincere. They're willing to give up something they love. Oh, that's so beautiful. Roberto found Miguel sitting on the stoop. Miguel now looked sad. Can we play for a long time? Roberto asked. Till the moon is as big as a basketball. Habitualita, Miguel said. Oh, what a beautiful story about forgiveness. And they did. It's so hard sometimes to say I'm sorry to people that you love, but this is a beautiful lesson. Janice Harrington is an acclaimed poet and writer of children's books. After her picture book, Going North, won the Ezra Jack Keats New Writers Award, she was invited to write this Keats-inspired story. A former children's librarian, she is now a professor of creative writing. She lives in Champaign, Illinois. I wonder, does she teach the U of I? And Jody Wheeler is the illustrator of more than 70 books for children, including Corduroy, Lost and Found. She lives in New York City. What a beautiful book. We sometimes slip, but it's important to go back and say, hey, I'm sorry for that. I didn't realize that. And being willing to give something that you love to add to the exponential power of forgiveness. Thank you so much, ladies and Mr. Keats. Have a good day and look for some people you need to forgive or ask forgiveness for. All right, enjoy.